And then we end the movie with a little tease for a sequel. My idea for Willys Wonderland. What do you guys think about that? Sounds like a great idea, Gio. We just wanted to make one small change. Could we go with Willys Wonderland instead of Wally? If we're gonna make the movie, I don't see why that's a bad idea. Willys Wonderland, then.
Several months later.
Oh, he's right over here. I hate this kid. How's it going, my fellow Willy Whackers out there? Did you see it? You saw the film. It finally happened, man. A year and a half of us talking about it, and we witnessed it. So let's talk some spoilers. In this video, I'll be going into a full spoiler review of Willys Wonderland, going to everything I loved and didn't love about the movie. But not just me, guys. This is a spot for you down below to tell me your spoiler thoughts about Willys Wonderland. What was your favorite scene? What did you least like about the movie? What did you think about the ending? What could they do with a sequel? And yes, in my review, I was doing a shirt giveaway. I've already notified the winners. They're showing up here on screen, and most of them have contacted me now. I'll be giving away one more shirt. I'll buy it directly from the website and put in your address. So if you still want to win a shirt, just make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, and comment down below that you want a t-shirt. Alright, man, so where to even begin on this? The world has now discovered Willy, okay? Everybody over the weekend was watching WandaVision and Willy on their television. I said in my review, I ended up liking the movie and having fun. It was exactly what I was expecting, just a B-horror movie with Nicolas Cage going crazy on some robots. Of course, there was some stuff I didn't completely love about it, and we're going to get into that, but it looks here like a majority of the critics are liking it too, because as of me recording this on Rotten Tomatoes, it's at a 62%, so that means 62% of the critics who have seen this movie ended up liking it, which is kind of good, because I was afraid maybe a lot of people wouldn't understand. It's just supposed to be kind of a dumb, fun time, and that's exactly kind of what we got. I also want to go ahead and send my best wishes to the director Kevin Lewis. If you guys didn't know, I recently saw an article where it said that he was hit with the Rona and he almost died from it. Thank goodness he didn't, because now he gets to see all these people enjoying his movie, really liking it and praising it. So best wishes go to Kevin Lewis out there, and everyone else who is suffering from the virus. Stay safe. But okay, now just going full spoilers from like the beginning of the movie all the way to the end. I'm just going to talk freely here. So the way it opens up, I really do like it. His car breaks down, he starts drinking his soda, and then immediately text comes in. It was early on in the movie where I was like, okay, Nicolas Cage really isn't going to talk in this movie. There was so much opportunity for him to actually speak, and he didn't. And I just hope if they get another movie made, Nicolas Cage can actually freaking talk, because he's kind of my #1 reason for wanting to see this movie. I'm just a big Nicolas Cage fan. I was curious to how they were going to make him put on the shirt, since the place isn't actually up and running. Why would a tough guy who doesn't speak put on a Willys Wonderland shirt? And well, they kind of explain it. He just puts it on because he's a man of his word. That's one thing about this Nicolas Cage character that I really like, which we still didn't even get his name, so feel free to let me know what you would want to call him. I'm going to call him Julio. His name is Julio now. Julio Nicolas Cage, the janitor here, is the type of person that if he makes a handshake deal, whatever you promised, he's exactly gonna do that, even if evil robots started showing up. Because like everything that Tex told him, he was like, oh, just clean up the place, I'll fix your car for you, also take plenty of breaks. It's important to have breaks, and here's a t-shirt. And he did exactly that. He puts on a t-shirt, he takes plenty of freaking breaks right there. I was kind of confused why he was so addicted to that energy drink, and then I remembered, oh yeah, he told him take plenty of breaks, and that's exactly what he's doing, following his orders. As a person who's a little too addicted to energy drinks, I was just kind of laughing my butt off, and I hope someday out there, if Willys Wonderland gets popular enough, they try to make up these mock drinks, because I would love to have a can of that. But man, anybody who drinks that much energy drinks, you would not be alive to the end of the day. And while I like Julio the janitor being that dedicated to his words, that was some of the cheesiness in the movie that I was like, okay, come on now, that's taking it a little too far now. There's one point in the movie where he's literally being attacked by a robot, and he's with this girl that he's helping along the way, and then he gets that notification that it's break time, and he leaves her for dead. I'm like, what is going on? And after like the second robot you had to kill, I would think you'd want to get out of that place. So that's where some of my gripes in the movie came in, that I was like, oh, it really is just gonna be some cheesy fun in this film. But getting into the teenage characters in here, so I always thought that these were gonna be guys who were just already trapped in Willys Wonderland. Nicolas Cage would have just shown up and kind of protected them, but Nicolas Cage did not give an F about these teenagers. But that reveal that one of the main characters is tied to one of the victims who came to Willys Wonderland and was left off, and the sheriff just adopted her and took her in. Why did it take her all these several years to want to burn down Willys Wonderland? Still, that was kind of an interesting little reveal twist right there, that she was just kind of part of that. I thought she was just going to be some random kid in the town who was like, that place bad, I gotta take it down. But I guess speaking more on the backstory about Willys Wonderland, that was kind of one of my favorite parts of this whole movie, is the origin story of Willys. So the place started up with an infamous serial killer having the idea of like, I want to open up my own Chuck E. Cheese, call it Willys Wonderland, and I'm also gonna hire other serial killers and bad guys to be employees and puppeteer some of these animatronics. Like, I want that movie now. If they make a Willys Wonderland prequel, even if they don't have animatronics, which that will finally get some people to shut up and say this is a FNAF ripoff, I would watch a whole movie of a Chuck E. Cheese that's run by serial killers that all they do is try to lure in kids and take them away from their parents. Like, that is kind of an awesome movie right there, and I really would have wanted more of that. But then it goes into, oh, they were also into satanic stuff, and they transferred their souls into the puppets. And I was like, okay, I guess that's how they come to life then. Alrighty then. Speaking on each one of the animatronics, though, I felt like they did do a great job with giving each one its own time to shine. Artie the alligator, you is a perv, man.
Me changing in Willys employee locker room.
That dude was just straight up looking at some teenagers having some fun in the playroom, or the fun room as they were calling it, and the boy was just staring so hard. I was laughing a lot at that scene and just couldn't believe that was going down. Siren Sarah also, I think, was a show stealer, and I wouldn't be surprised now if that's someone's favorite character. They did use some CGI with her when she was crawling up the trees and whatnot, and I thought that was a good way to kind of enhance her and make her just a little more creepy. Cammy Chameleon, though, she is a trickster. She is trying to play at your heartstrings, and for a second, I was even believing it in the movie, but she's like, oh, I'm not like the others. I just accidentally got part of this cult. I'm trapped in this body. Let me help you. And I was like, oh, that's a cool little twist if she actually is good. But no, she's got that long tongue right there, which I don't even know how that works, but all right. And she was a pretty terrifying one. Now, I will say Nighty Night didn't get that much time to shine, but I thought his surprise entry where he just stabs through one of the guys was pretty cool, even though I feel like that would be a foam sword. Also sad that Ozzy Ostrich had to go so quickly in the movie. I mean, he was the first one to go down when I thought his puppeteer work was the best out of all of them. Pretty badass also how every time Julio the janitor was killing one of the puppets, he was just filling up a trash bag, putting it at the door of like, all right, I'll take care of that when I can. Like, that's something I wasn't even expecting, but I'm glad they did. Gus the Gorilla, though, oh, they did my boy dirty. Probably my favorite fight scene throughout all of Willys Wonderland, just in the bathroom, because that has been the most terrifying place for me, is a public bathroom where someone wants to interrupt you. And my boy Gus just got taken advantage of when we thought it was going to be the other way around. You murderous Julio the janitor. They really were building up the fight with Willie, though. And just how scared some of the townspeople were to, like, disobey Willie and his crew, especially the sheriff character who was like, I got him, Willie. He's right here for you. And she just got slashed across screen. Yeah, that was obviously coming as soon as you were treating Willie like he was your master, lord, and savior. Pretty funny how Nicolas Cage got all ready to fight Willie, though, putting the rest of his energy drinks in a bag and then going to war with Willie with confetti everywhere. It was kind of the height of the movie with the lighting and whatnot, and even though I would have liked it a little longer and maybe not so up close, I still was like, alright, Willie versus the janitor. Oh yeah, and how can I forget mentioning Tito the Turtle? He spoke Spanish most of the time. I thought that was, again, a great quirk they added to him, and that's the stuff I loved, is each one not only had a great design, but had a good personality to go along with them. And as we're getting towards the end of the movie here, so obviously Nicolas Cage was just going to defeat all these animatronics and fulfill his deal of getting the place cleaned up and winning back his Camaro. Well, the part that kind of surprised me, though, is the fact that the woman that he really did not care all that much to save decided to join him, even though they have not said any words to each other, and he clearly was not always trying to help her. If they get a sequel, I need that relationship expanded a little bit, and maybe she could be the reason why he starts talking. For all we know, Nicolas Cage, Julio the janitor, could have some sort of tragic background of why he's such a loner going town to town, and maybe he's been mute for a couple of years, and then the bond and love of like a father-daughter relationship he has with her starts to get him to open up and talk. I mean, that could be a good reason. Yeah, Siren Sarah was left alive, finished off Tex and the mechanic. Who knows if she survived that blast herself, because she also went flying into the air, but you know what? It could be cool if Siren Sarah is the last animatronic and she's the one that rebuilds all her brethren. She does have the most human hands and would probably know how to fix them up and whatnot. So like I said, I had some dumb fun with it. It was a good watch for me. I don't consider this a bad movie. I just consider this an entertaining watch with a couple of faults here and there. But I want to know from you guys down below, what did you think of Willys Wonderland? What was your favorite scene? Who was your favorite animatronic? What didn't you like? What did you love? Open to hearing all those opinions down below. Don't forget to be subscribed. Hit that like button. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.